parts of southern Utah have served as infamous hideouts for many outlaws. With its rugged terrain and seemingly endless labyrinth of slot canyons and washes, Robbers Roost was the perfect hideaway for bank and train robbers evading the law. Most notably, Butch Cassidy and the Wild Bunch. Today, JP Sport Adventures is guiding a group into the unforgiving landscape on a journey into the past.
We're traveling through Poison Springs and we're coming down the Granite Wash, basically from the Henry Mountains. We started in Hanksville and we're basically following the same path that the outlaws took. And it wasn't just Butch Cassidy and the Wild Bunch. There's been outlaws in this area since early and mid 1800s. So you're seeing a lot of other signatures too. But it's kind of neat, and as you're going along, you can feel that aura.
Yeah, we got a group of friends. We've been riding together for about 20 years, once a year for 20 years. But this one weekend, we spend the whole 3 or 4 days together, so it's fun.
We try every year to get together and find a new place to go four-wheeling, and sometimes we stick with some that we love. But I think that's what's fun. We don't get together really throughout the year, so we look forward to the time that we have together, four-wheeling and hanging out.
It's a little different. Yesterday we went up into the Henrys, and there was trees. And then today it's a whole different situation where there's rocks. And so it was really fun to see the difference in the same area.
You see so many different colors, so many different environments within just one day. You can just see it all at once. And it's fun to get together and just be out in nature to feel it and see it.
Well, I always thought like Robbers Roost was just like one small location, like a cabin. I didn't realize it was such a big, vast area. And yeah, I've learned a lot of the history of what they did and how they lived out here, how they hid from the law. I could see it's pretty easy to lose a needle in a haystack out there.
We saw the Kid Curry signature, which is kind of on your way towards Henry Mountains. Definitely a lot of cool places they could hide, beautiful country. I mean, I could imagine just staying here myself. It's just amazing. You just look at the vast land, you're like, how did they do all this in horses?
The gullies and the rocks and the history. It's great having the guide because they give you the history behind it and a lot of the stuff from years past and the outlaws that used to run around here. They know this place like the back of their hands because a lot of them live here and have generations that have lived here and can show you a lot of the little things that you'd never maybe read in a book or a map. Or
you've got a lot of good history in this area. I love hearing some of the stories about your family. Who is your family and how many generations have you been here?
My great-great-grandfather, Charlie Gibbons, settled here in 1882.
Wow.
And he settled the Fairview Ranch and then moved on to the Granite Ranch. Butch Cassidy actually worked for him as a kid.
That's cool.
Yes. And then came and he helped him out a lot. I mean, they knew each other well, and he's got lots of old stories, or had lots of old stories. In the Pinkerton, Charles Kelly came and interviewed him. Zane Grey actually came and interviewed him too, and ended up doing a book on my grandma Edna called Wildfire.
I really enjoyed Poison Springs Canyon. That was just great to be able to drive into that down in the wash and see how everything just changed to green because there's water down in there and gets the life that it needs to grow the trees and bushes and everything.
I mean, here we are today. We're in this beautiful country, Robbers Roost. We're seeing these petroglyphs. We're seeing a lot of the cool things like Butch Cassidy's signature, Kid Curry's signature, like these beautiful panels that we're seeing behind us. I just want to touch base on it. For one, it's beauty. It's something that should be shared with our generations for life. Some of the notes I've said, let's be kind to each other, share waters, see how people are doing on the trail. In this case, let's enjoy the art that's been here for centuries and leave it for centuries to come. Let's share this.
You're driving on the highway and looking off, it just looks like, miles and miles of desert or whatever, but until you get on some of the side roads and get down in it and see the diversity and the beauty that it has. It's see the different sites and the mesas and the rock formations and the wildlife and that, so it's great.
Made us kind of be able to envision what it was like back then. Who helped the robbers? When did they make their drops? Where did they go? You know, and you can kind of envision that. So that was fun.
There's so many stories on the Butch Cassidy that it's kind of neat to share and compare. Who knows which is true? They all are fun.
A lot of people come and visit, and we live here, and sometimes it's harder for us to come out and see the wonderful nature that's out here. So it's just fun to come out and see all that. I enjoy seeing Utah.
And it's not really a one and done. We can come to the same spot over and over and just continue to build memories and find more adventure.
The cave was probably my favorite part. We got to hike for a little bit of a challenge, not too bad, but then we got to the cave. It goes back in deep. We were able to hold, our whole group. And so it was really fun. We had a great time in there.
For me, it's the riding, the technical riding, the trails. I think I like when the trails get a little difficult and a little steep, a little up or down. It's fun. That's what I enjoy the most.
Little town of Hanksville, just great, warm welcome. These people have been through a lot of history and they just love to share it. So we are also working with the Roost Cafe in town. Oh my God, just awesome food. Their burritos out of this world. Duke's Slick Rock Cafe, again, food out of this world.
You know, you can always look on a map and see certain things if you just want to go to a certain spot, but a guide's great for giving you the history and the background.
We do a Butch Cassidy, and we'll be expanding on this. We also do snowshoe. We're gonna add cross-country and mountain biking, adventure bikes. So there's a lot more to come. We also have some stuff that we're gonna be doing specifically out of the Richfield area and the Paiute Trail system and all that. We're pretty excited, and I get to share my passion, which is outdoors, with people that love it just as much. Look us up on jpsportadventures.com or jorgensens.com.
Yeah, it's just being outside, being away from people. Getting out here and exploring what we have right here just in Utah. And we run into people from all over parts of the country that come here, all over the world, that come to Utah.
That's fun.
And it's really fun. They're impressed with what we have in our backyard.
Come out, come join us on this, enjoy it with us, and spread the news too that, hey, let's save this for our grandkids and great grandkids, and so they have these stories to tell too.